one of the consistent faces that we have seen for Team USA is the 34-year-old mid-am Stewart Hagestad. And earlier today, he caught up with Brentley Romine during his practice round at Cypress Point.
Stewart, thanks for joining me on, gosh, this has got to be one of the best walks in golf, you think?
It's my favorite walk. Yeah, it's a special place.
When you think about it, this is your 5th Walker Cup. What's the significance of this one at Cypress Point?
They're all different. You know, each one is kind of individually, really special in its own way. I think just being here with the guys and, it's a different group. And this was kind of the first golf course that I ever had the chance to play where I kind of got on property and I was like, wait, this is different. This has a different feel and a different vibe about it. And then you kind of go out and, a lot's been said this week about, how do you go out at Cypress Point and not leave, with a smile on your face. So I just think the world of Cypress and the community and being a California native, it's really kind of near and dear to me.
Now we're walking toward the 15th green right now, 16 an iconic hole, 17 the oceanside holes. But talk a little bit about the inland holes. I mean, Alistair McKenzie, his goal was to create this intoxicating natural journey through sea, forest, and land. What stands out about the holes that we'll see off the bat these next 2 days?
Yeah, there's a lot of great podcasts out there. I know Andy Johnson did one with Jeff Shackelford that wrote a book on Cypress, and Andy, just turned into a golf story, and Jeff obviously is one. And I think that they really nailed it. The cadence of the round, kind of each hole is maybe a unique chapter, and then you kind of get out to this big dramatic finish, and it's just this amazing kind of pleasant walk through the trees and kind of through the dunes. Then you get out to this really dramatic finish, and I don't think kind of reinventing ways to say it, but just a really historic and iconic place in the game.
What's the challenge of this par 3 15th? I mean, it sets the stage for one of the best stretches in golf, but what are you thinking when you stand on the tee and ultimately when you get up to the green? What are the challenges?
This hole is a little easier when you're playing with your buddies, and the greens are a little softer and it's not blowing quite as hard, but my guess is you'll probably see some tuck pins this week. Probably have one in the front here, probably one in the back, definitely one on the right finger, probably one just over the bunker. But it's been great to see the golf course kind of change, and it's gotten firmer since we got out here. I think for maybe a lot of good players, and for most, it's a very, very pretty vista, but at the same time it's a wedge. But then when you factor in how firm the greens are getting, probably takes a little bit more thought.
So there's a front hole location that they're probably going to use. I'm going to set my sunglasses down.
Probably somewhere in here, yeah.
About here?
I don't know. Yeah, it feels more or less right.
So where's the ideal spot to hit it?
Well, for this one, you got a wedge in your hand, right? And it kind of depends on the wind, but you do have some room short. You probably have, 6 or 7 short. You're expecting a firm bounce. You're probably playing the front plus 2 or 3. But again, if the wind is a little bit down, it's probably going to be a 54 degree or probably not much more than a 50. So that's dependent. I think on this hole, long's tough, right's tough. I think you kind of just go at it. It's easy to sit there and say, let's throw it just long and right of the pin. It's not as speedy as it could be. But at the same time, you have a wedge in your hand, go be aggressive. You've got 6 or 7 to the right, 6 or 7 to the left, kind of bowls to the pin. I think it's one that, you just kind of sit there and you had to hit a lot of good shots to get on this team. And, it's kind of asking you for one more.
Well, let's try to hit a putt real quick. We'll hit one and see if we get lucky. Wherever you think that you're going to hit the ball.
Well, adrenaline probably kicks in. I'm probably right in here. This putt should go about 1.5 cups right to left. Change this. If we're going to do it right. And it's not as fast as it could be. Part of that might be that you're kind of putting it back into the wind.
Well, for the sake of my pocketbook, we'll set that there.
Yeah. So see if we can hit our line and roll one in. There you go.
All right, you snuck it on the right edge.
Snuck it on the right edge.
Well, Stu, thanks so much for the time. We've been doing this a long time. This is, like I said, your 5th Walker Cup, and we're excited to watch you play this weekend at Cypress Point.
Thank you. It'll be a great weekend.